We're back at 8 o'clock on a Wednesday morning. It's the 27th day of August 2003, and you're looking at the crowd here in Rockefeller Center. Some music of Mary J. Blige, by the way, her 2001 hit Beautiful Day. The 32-year-old is out with a new CD. That one's called Love and Life, and we're looking forward to hearing some of that when Mary J. Blige comes to Rock the Plaza, or Hip Hop the Plaza, on Friday morning.
With a new CD, No More Drama.
That's her old CD.
Oh, that's her old CD.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I knew I heard it somewhere.
Right.
I knew I heard it somewhere. Yeah.
You should watch this show.
You know, it's great. I hear it's, what, 3 hours? Man, that's great. See, I kind of jump in around 8.
Yeah.
It's a little shorter that way, but I really, really enjoy it.
Brother. Inside Studio 1 AM, Matt Lauer along with Campbell Brown, who's here for Katie, and Al Roker, who's just joining us. And coming up in this half hour, on a more serious note, we're going to have the touching story of what one hospital does to try to help children around the world, children who wouldn't have medical treatment any other way. Campbell?
And that really is a great story. Also, fall can be a fresh start for everyone, not just kids heading back to school. So just ahead, we'll get some help in righting your financial ship, getting out of credit card debt.
And then Chris and Senny are going to be here 1 week to go until their big wedding on the plaza. And we're going to find out what you've chosen at home for their party favors. And then also we're going to take a look at 4 amazing options for a honeymoon.
Honeymoon choices, yeah. Make sure people understand that, because I meant to say it earlier and I forgot. So Matt's been.
See, I missed that part. So.
Honeymoon choices. Yeah, you didn't come in till late, right?
Let's go over the news desk, shall we, and check in with Ann Curry, who has the morning's top headlines. Ann?
All right, thanks a lot, Matt. In the news this morning, everybody, a Good Samaritan and 2 others are dead after flash flooding engulfed a car in the Southern California desert. 3 people were inside the car on Tuesday when it was caught by rising floodwaters. The Good Samaritan rescued a teenage girl, but later he was swept to his death along with the 2 others from the car. More U.S. soldiers killed in Iraq. The military says 2 U.S. soldiers were killed today and 3 others were wounded in separate attacks, one in Baghdad and the other in a city west of the capital. The man named as a person of interest in the 2001 anthrax attacks is fighting back today. Stephen Hatfield has filed a lawsuit against Attorney General John Ashcroft, the Justice Department, and the FBI, arguing they've destroyed his life. NBC's Pete Williams reports.
Hatfield and his lawyers claim the government is harassing him to take attention away from a lack of progress in the anthrax investigation.
No evidence links him to the crime, yet the Attorney General and a number of his subordinates have sought to make him a scapegoat.
The lawsuit says Attorney General John Ashcroft improperly confirmed in public that Hatfield was under investigation. Last August, for example, on Today.
He's a person that the FBI has been interested in.
The Justice Department says an internal investigation cleared Ashcroft of any wrongdoing in those statements. Hatfield also claims the government has made it impossible for him to find work, directing Louisiana State University to fire him from there last year and scaring off a potential employer last month when the FBI showed up at his job interview. All that on top of surveillance so close that one agent ran over his foot. But a defense lawyer says suing the government is never easy.
He has stated a good cause of action. The problem is he stated against Goliath in the form of the United States government. It's very hard to get a case to trial against the United States.
Legal experts say while Hatfield's lawsuit is not frivolous, it could take years before it gets to a jury, if it ever goes that far. Pete Williams, NBC News, Washington.
Now to the California recall, where Governor Gray Davis is not giving up his fight to keep his job. NBC's George Lewis has details now.
California's beleaguered governor, Gray Davis, is trying to give his public image a makeover. Last night at a San Francisco TV station, he held the latest in a series of town meetings where he listened to the concerns of Californians and answered questions.
Will you support the present measure ensuring undocumented immigrants access to driver's license?
I will. This way, everyone will be tested. They'll know the rules of the road. They'll be competent, and they'll have insurance.
No recall. Earlier in the day, Davis appeared with California labor leaders who say they remain solidly opposed to the recall of the governor, but are now hedging their bets, endorsing Democratic Lieutenant Governor Cruz Bustamante as a replacement candidate in case Davis is ousted. It's a somewhat confusing pitch. No on the recall, yes on Bustamante.
We also see the great value of this no-yes scenario because the lieutenant governor brings a great deal of voters to the table.
The latest Los Angeles Times poll has Bustamante leading Arnold Schwarzenegger by 13 points, with Republican Bill McClintock in third place. McClintock says he will not step aside so that Schwarzenegger has a better shot at victory, saying maybe the actor should get out of his way. George Lewis, NBC News, Los Angeles.
It is now 8:05. Let's now turn back to Matt and Campbell.
All right, Ann, thank you very much.
And let's go outside and get a check of the weather from Al.
Well, thanks a lot, Campbell and Matt. And you're skipping school. Wait a minute, school just started. And you're already skipping school?
Yes,
what's your name?
Natalie Stanchik.
Where do you go to school, Natalie?
LaGrange, Texas.
Oh my gosh, is this your mom here?
Yes,
this
my sister.
Is this okay?
It's okay.
She's going to get extra credit or something?
Extra credit.
Oh, good luck. Now, he's too young to be skipping school.
He is too young.
All right.
But he left Michigan, so he's here.
What's his name?
Ethan.
Ethan, good to see you guys. Well, thanks for coming down. Let's check your weather, see what's going on. For those of you who have not left for school yet, we got a lot of wet weather in the southwest, Phoenix to Cedar City. We're talking flood watches, 1 to 2 inches possible. And then as we take a look at the rest of the country, severe storms, northern plains, sunshine in the southeast. Heat continues in the Midwest, although a little bit cooler around the Great Lakes, on into Iowa with temperatures, lower humidity and temperatures in the low 80s. And your grandparents got you up early. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
All right. Are you skipping school?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No.
You don't even know whether you're going to school or not. All right. You did get up early. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Thanks, Al. He's just excited to be on TV. I'm Holly Strano, and you're looking at Next Red Radar right now. We do have some showers and thunderstorms, Ashtabula County, also into Trumbull County, approaching Warren and Youngstown. And that's all moving southeast. Showers and storms possible this morning, 60s and 70s right now, really muggy. And we're going to see a difference by later today. Gradual clearing, 80 degrees the high this afternoon. Tonight, mainly clear and cooler, a low of 58. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine with a high of 80.
A little time pressure here. Your plane leaves in an hour?
Yeah. 1 hour.
Okay, well, you made it, so now you can take off, all right? Where are you going?
Sonora, California.
Okay, well, good luck. That's right. Make sure you pack your bags. All right, now let's go back inside the bank.
All right, Al, thank you very much. Up next, how doctors at a hospital in New Jersey are trying to help children who live thousands of miles away. And still to come on a much different note, 1 week to go till Chris and Senny tie the knot. We'll take a look at some amazing honeymoon destinations. But first, these messages.
Puppies have special needs. That's why Purina Puppy Chow is packed with high-quality protein sources, now including egg, so he can keep on amazing you year after year. It's gotta be the Puppy Chow. Purina Puppy Chow brand. There are puppies, and there are large breed puppies. That's why Puppy Chow has developed the Healthy Bone Building System. Its unique formula targets the nutrition essential for your large breed puppy's growth rate, while he develops healthy bones and joints. Purina Puppy Chow brand.
Isn't it nice to get something extra? At the JCPenney Labor Day sale now through Monday, you'll save 20 to 50%. Get an extra 10% off purchases or an extra 15% with your JCPenney card. It's all inside JCPenney.
It's our greatest offer ever. Save $100 on a new pair of glasses, still made in about an hour. All with our money-back guarantee, and all for $100 off.
Hurry, offer ends September 6th.
Mom would do anything to avoid ironing. But with Downy Advanced for wrinkle control, she doesn't have to go undercover. It's a liquid fabric softener that reduces wrinkles without all the ironing. It's easy. She tosses the Downy ball, and at the beginning of the wash, it says goodbye to lots of wrinkles by the end. We won't mention what she says to the iron.
What iron?
Downy Advanced in, wrinkles and static out.
As far as allergies go, I'm a ragweed grass cat dander who met a cat person. But my allergy medicine wasn't approved for the cat dander, so I asked my doctor about Zyrtec.
Is your allergy medicine treating your indoor and outdoor allergies? Unlike some allergy medicines, prescription Zyrtec is FDA approved for both indoor and outdoor allergies. In studies, drowsiness was the most common side effect. Others included fatigue and dry mouth. Ask your doctor about switching to Zyrtec. Zyrtec. That's Zyrtec. Lots of allergies, just one Zyrtec.
To afford a hot fudge sundae from the McDonald's dollar menu, this is how much work a pet psychologist has to do.
I'll see you next Wednesday.
The hot fudge sundae. Just one way to get a lot for a little on McDonald's dollar menu every day.
Isn't it nice to get something extra? At At the JCPenney Labor Day sale now through Monday, you'll save 20 to 50%. Get an extra 10% off purchases or an extra 15% with your JCPenney card. It's all inside JCPenney.
Something fluffy.
You're my little fluffy one, my fluffy wuffy one that makes my mouth go yum. You're my coochie woochie whippy-doo.
Whips from Yoplait. You won't believe how fluffy it is.
You make all my fluffy whippy dreams come true.
Whips from Yoplait. Everyone needs something fluffy to love.
Did you ever notice how kids have the perfect hair color? With all these highlights and dimension? Don't you wish they could bottle this? Well, check out the new Nice and Easy. New Nice and Easy with built-in highlights. Instead of flat matte hair color, get color with highlights, dimension, natural variations strand to strand. From matte to magical. Now this perfect color is mine. New Nice and Easy with built-in highlights. Claro. Color wonderful.
Today's Health is brought to you by Slim Fast. Delicious shakes, meal bars, snack bars.
This morning on Today's Health, saving the lives of young people around the world. More than 150,000 pediatric heart surgeries are performed in this country each year. But for children who have a heart condition and live in countries that don't have the medical expertise or technology to deal with the problems, the results can be fatal. So Deborah Heart and Lung Center in New Jersey is doing what it can to help one child at a time. Their journey has taken them over 8,000 miles from their home in Africa to a place where they barely speak the language, in the hopes of saving their daughters' lives.
It doesn't matter where these children are. If they need us and if we have to get to them, then that's what we do.
Elizabeth Bouire and Asiya Fatina have traveled to the U.S. as part of the Children of the World program at Deborah Heart and Lung Center.
The children that come through the Children of the World program, unfortunately, cannot receive the types of surgery necessary in their country. Most of these countries are third world countries. Cardiac surgery is not available, let alone pediatric cardiac surgery.
At what age was the heart disease diagnosed?
On my recent trip to Tanzania, I was fortunate enough to be able to visit the state hospital in Dar es Salaam. They're educated people, but what they need is lacking. We went into an open ward, and no screens on the windows, bugs and mosquitoes and birds even were flying around the children, and it was heartbreaking.
So Elizabeth's daughter Iris and Asiya's daughter Mwanambua, which means rain in Swahili, were selected to come to Deborah in Browns Mills, New Jersey to receive life-saving cardiac surgery at absolutely no cost to their families.
Over the years through our Children of the World program, we have taken over 3,000 children from 83 different countries. Those countries range everywhere from Greece to Tanzania to Kenya, Nigeria, Southeast Asia.
That's the ventricular septal defect. That's a big dropout.
Doctors thoroughly examine each child before determining a course of action. They discover the hole in baby Iris's heart is the size of a nickel.
Her life expectancy will be significantly reduced from normal unless we make a repair of the heart. We plan to close that hole with a patch of cloth.
Baby Iris was the first to undergo surgery.
Hello, this is so cute.
Surgeon Lynn McGrath performed the operation on baby Iris.
This is a dangerous condition. It's a pretty common condition in the United States. We do a lot of these operations, but the fact that she got here is really quite remarkable.
Nuiji Temu, a market analyst, volunteers at Deborah as a translator.
It's the longest day of their lives, and it's one where they feel so helpless. They put in their children's lives in somebody else's hands, and they really have no control.
Okay, bye-bye, Mommy.
Baby Mwanambua had a similar hole in her heart, as well as a narrowing of the pulmonary valve, and underwent surgery the following day.
We will accept children throughout the world, United States or any foreign country, regardless of their parents' insurance background or their parents' financial status.
Like baby Iris and baby Mwanambua, William Vogelman of Barnegat, New Jersey, also received free treatment at Deborah.
When I was a little kid, I had a heart problem. The valve
in my heart, wasn't working with the blood flow.
Having no medical insurance at the time was a little scary for me. And Deborah opened up their doors to me and opened up their arms, so to speak.
Today, William is a healthy 16-year-old.
Just to watch him grow up is a gift for me, because there were times when I really wondered how far he would make it in life.
Likewise, Elizabeth and Asiya, whose daughters came through surgery successfully, are appreciative for all Deborah has done for them.
She says she's extremely happy. She's elated because she came with a sick baby, and now she's going home with a healthy baby.
But all this care doesn't come cheap.
We fund our foreign children to the tune of almost $7.5 million per year. This is funded through our legion of volunteers and through the philanthropists and associations and corporations and foundations that believe in the work that we're doing.
One such volunteer is school teacher Mark Malamed. Through the Gabriel Project, named after a young Tanzanian boy who died of heart failure, Mark and his students at Veterans Memorial School in Vineland, New Jersey, have paid for 11 children and their moms to travel from Tanzania to Deborah.
We've raised over the last 13 years about $250,000. The activities that we do are, we do a play, car washes, flea market. We've even gone to the local grocery store and bagged groceries. Got to come in? Okay. Come on in.
2 weeks after surgery, Mark throws a party where his students can come face to face with the families they've helped.
Both babies are doing really well. Come over. You can come over and say hello to them. Seeing everybody together today at our school is one of the greatest moments of my life.
I heard much about him, like what happened and everything, but then when I got to see him, I felt good.
Beyond touching the lives of children in Tanzania, Mark hopes the experience makes a lasting impression on his students.
One of the things I always tell the kids is whether it's the Gabriel Project or any other project, don't sit and say, let someone else do it. You be the someone else.
Pretty inspiring story. And for more information on Deborah's Children of the World program or Mark Malamed's Gabriel Project, log on to our website today.msnbc.com. And up next, getting your financial house in order after these messages.
More curious, more playful, more anticipation, more choice, all the nutrition, great taste, more satisfied, more balance, living life to the fullest, more frisky. Dry food, wet food, treats, Friskies for more.
Oh, forgot the cookies. My husband's taking me out for my birthday tonight.
Happy birthday. You're turning 40, right?
No, 45.
Well, my daughter just had a baby. They named him Jake.
Congratulations.
Oh, Dad.
Somehow you always remember.
Ma'am, stocking up?
Yes.
Earn points on your Hallmark Gold Crown card and get free Hallmark stuff. Where? Only at Hallmark Gold Crown. Imagine what's in store.
Just because a toothbrush is electric doesn't mean it works like a Sonicare. It has patented Sonic technology. Whiter, healthier teeth in 28 days, guaranteed. Ask your dental professional about Sonicare.
Start spreading the news. New Excellence Cream from L'Oreal has this clever new Applicolor comb, spreading the color more easily with excellence. No skips, no drips, no grays. New Excellence Cream Hair Color from L'Oreal Paris. What will they think of next?
Gain. The smell says clean.
Go naked. Well, nearly. Almay Nearly Naked, a weightless liquid makeup. One touch on the pad gives you flawless coverage. It feels naked, only nicer. Nearly Naked from Almay, hypoallergenic.
When is Blueberry mysterious?
when it's Smuckers. The finest fruit, a bounty of flavors for the many moods of you. For over 100 years, with a name like Smuckers, it has to be good.
I love to be with you. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, I do. I love to be with you. You know I love you, I do. I'm gonna make you mine, mine, all mine. You and me, darling, will shine. I love to be with you. I love you, 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 I do.
Today's Money is brought to you by LendingTree.com. When banks compete, you win.
And this morning on Today's Money, organizing your finances for fall. Summer vacations, as we know, are winding down. Students are heading back to school. But whether you're in school or not, you should be hitting the books, the financial books, that is. Today's financial editor, Jean Chatzky, is here to help with that. Jean, good morning.
Good morning.
Why is fall such a good time to do these things?
Because we all think of it, whether we're still in elementary school or not, as a time to get a fresh start. And if you made a ton of financial New Year's resolutions back in January and forgot them, don't just give up for the entire year, because you can accomplish a great deal in the last 4 months.
Yeah, 4 months left in the year, and some of the savings you're talking about sound like a little individually, but if you add them up, they can be substantial.
Thousands of dollars.
All right, let's talk about credit card debt. It's one we all know we should work down. And now's a good time because there are some better interest rates on credit cards.
Right, and you want to wipe out your debt before you get to Christmas when you charge it back up again. The average interest rate on credit cards is about 16%, but you shouldn't have a card with a higher rate than about 11 or 12% right now.
What's the average credit card debt that we have in this country?
$9,000 per household. We carry 14 to 16 cards in our wallets.
All right, so if we take that $9,000 average debt and we come down from 16% average rate to say 11, what kind of money are we going to save in 4 months?
It's going to save about $250 to 4 months, but if you transfer that balance to a card that offers you 0% for the next year or so, like Discover's Platinum card, you can actually save $450 this year and get a jump on next year.
We've talked about this before. If your credit card company is charging you too much in interest, you can call the company and say, hey, I want a lower rate. If they don't give it to you, you say switch cards, except if it's one of the cards you've held the longest.
Right. It's always a good idea to have a backup card in place before you switch, and that card you've held the longest is really helping your credit rating because they pay attention to the length of the relationship. So just pay that one off, but keep it.
What about fixed costs?
You have a number of bills you pay each and every month. Your car loan, your student loan, your mortgage. You can refinance all of those debts to lower interest rates right now.
Some of them are costly, though. If you start refinancing a mortgage, you're going to pay some money.
Unless you build it into the loan. But yes, it's going to cost you something. But a car loan is practically free to refinance, and it's very easy. And if you can lower your interest rate by about 1.5%, you'll save an average $900 over the length of the loan, the 60 months, or about 60 before the end of the year.
One of the areas that seems trivial, but it is not at all, is day-to-day spending. And you're talking about things as simple as the cup of coffee and the kind of coffee you buy every morning. Tell me more about that.
The reason that it seems so trivial is because you're spending $2 or $3 at a time. But if you bothered to track that spending and add it all up, you'd find that that coffee, just between now and the end of the year, if you get a double decaf cappuccino, was costing you several $100s. Switch to a regular cup of coffee, you're going to save about $200.
Magazines, if you cut down 2 magazines a week,
you'll save about $100 before the end of the year. And all of those little things, I don't know if you spend money on magazines personally, I tend to, but by subscribing you can save a lot of money because it costs less per issue.
And if there's a book you're dying to read, go get it from the library in the last couple of months as opposed to going out and paying $21.99 for it in a bookstore.
Right, it's all of these little things, they add up like crazy. And shopping around for the bigger things, the airline tickets, the cars, the televisions, 3 phone calls can save you a significant amount of money.
All right, now we've saved some money. What do we do with the money we've saved?
Invest it. If you are not participating in your 401k, if you haven't started making that IRA contribution before the end of the year, and there are a lot of people who are still sitting on the sidelines because they got scared with the fall in the market, they haven't gotten back in, they've missed a significant run, but they haven't missed all that they have to gain over the future.
So in other words, what you're saying is people who went for cover in the last couple of years and got out of the stock market into mutual funds should now consider the balance of their portfolio again.
And they need to get back in the game, and they need to make sure that they are in the right balance. If you rebalanced your portfolio at the beginning of this year, Stocks have run up significantly. The Dow's up 13%, the Nasdaq's up 30%. Chances are you're holding too much in stocks yet again. It's time to take a deep breath, rebalance, bring your asset allocations back in line.
But the message of all this is you made that New Year's resolution, you haven't lived up to it for 9 months or 8 months. Doesn't mean you can't live up to it in the last 4 months of the year.
And make a serious difference.
Jean Chansky, thanks very much.
Thanks.
It's 25 after the hour. Still to come, we'll reveal the wedding favors Chris and Senny will give their guests, and we'll look at some honeymoon options. But first, these messages in your local news.
And now, live from WKYC's Digital Broadcast Center, this is Channel 3 News.
Good morning, everyone. I'm John Anderson. It is 8:25. This morning, the search continues for an off-duty police officer who disappeared while swimming in Lake Erie. Lorraine Police and the Coast Guard searched nearly all day Tuesday before calling off their attempts. They'll keep looking for Officer William Brown today. Once the day breaks, they should be out there. Brown had been boating and decided to take a swim. He was not wearing a life jacket. He jumped in right before the storms kicked up on the lake. As we take a look at traffic this morning, one note about an accident. I-90 eastbound. The accident is before West 44th Street. You can see the traffic backing up there. We're told it's all the way back to West 117th, and that accident has now been moved onto the shoulder. But it'll take a little while to clean up the mess there. Let's check in with Holly right now, get the latest on our weather. Holly?
Thanks, John. And right now, most of you are drying out, but we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Stark County. I believe this would be severe thunderstorm warning. I'm away from my computer. It's either that or a flood warning. But you can see that obviously we have a pretty strong thunderstorm southern part of the county, and also seeing some storm attributes with that. It's moving to the southeast. This is right around Canton, and it's going to continue to travel southeast here over the next few minutes. Temperatures are in the 60s and 70s. Here's your triple Doppler forecast today. After those storms, gradual clearing.
The Gravity Games are returning to Cleveland. The world's best action sports athletes competing in the hippest and hottest sports on earth. In the air and on the water. Call Ticketmaster at 216-241-5555 or go online at Ticketmaster.com and get your Gravity Games tickets today. Channel 3 presents the 8th annual Taste of Cleveland. Come enjoy a culinary feast of food and music. Labor Day weekend at Tower City Amphitheater. Log on to cleveland.com/taste for details.
Channel 3 News is sponsored by your Lincoln Mercury dealer.
It's the unexpected touches that make an anniversary special. Announcing the Lincoln Mercury Anniversary Clearance, featuring end-of-the-model year savings on every Lincoln and Mercury, including our great lineup of SUVs, Lincoln Navigator, the new Lincoln Aviator, and the award-winning Mercury Mountaineer with no-charge leather seating services. Now get 0% APR for 5 full years or $3,000 cash back plus your dealer's best model year-end price during our anniversary clearance. Hurry to your Lincoln Mercury dealer.
I'm not just a butcher, I'm a meat cutter, and I love certified Angus beef. I've been sharpening knives since 1963. Those hands cut a lot of meat. I'm choosy, I'm picky, and I know exactly how thick an 1¼ is. Love cutting meat, love eating meat, love everything about it. I know juicy, I know tender, and I love great marbling. I wouldn't give it to you if I wouldn't eat it myself. I can cut you the best steak and show you exactly how to cook it. And you can find me at Giant Eagle.
This is it, Akron and Cleveland. This is the sale you've been waiting for. Fine Interior Superstore Warehouse Inventory Sell-Off. We are opening our warehouse to the public. Save 30, 40, up to 50% throughout the entire store. Put nothing down, make no payments, and pay no interest for 12 months. With Fine Interiors free next-day delivery. This is our biggest sale ever. Just in time for Labor Day. Fine Interiors Warehouse Inventory Sell-Off. Hurry in today.
Now there's a better way to buy carpeting. Empire Carpet, America's largest shop-at-home carpet service. Instead of driving from store to store, call Empire. We'll bring carpet samples to you, then install your new carpet next day. And with our warehouse direct prices, you'll save on all our brand name carpet. Plus no payments till 2005.
Shop at home service, warehouse direct prices, and next day installation. Call Empire now. It's a better way to buy carpet.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
Later tonight on Jay, Colin Farrell jaywalking and the winner of $183 million. Then on Conan, Patricia Heaton. NBC tonight.
That's Chris and Senny chowing down up in our green room upstairs. They come here usually just for the food, we think. Hard to believe it's been 3 months since we first introduced you to this couple, and now their wedding day is just 1 week away. They'll get married on the plaza next Wednesday, right here on Today. And this morning we're going to find out which wedding favors you've chosen for them to give their guests. Hello, Senny. Hi, Chris. Always the awkward shot of the morning. Meanwhile, we're back on a Wednesday morning. It's the 27th day of August, 2003. And these are the people standing by in Rockefeller Plaza, waving to the people back home. That young lady there enjoying her 22nd birthday on her first trip to New York. And some people from California I just chatted to on a nice morning here in New York City. I'm Matt Lauer, along with Campbell Brown, who's filling in while Katie continues some vacation time.
And Chris and Senny look very relaxed, I have to say, to be so close to them.
Looks can be deceiving. They could be a bundle of nerves on the inside. We've got some big decisions to make today, though.
That's right. After we send them, after their reception, rather, at the end of next week, we'll be sending them off on their honeymoon. And today we're going to show people what the choices are.
Have you taken a look at some of these?
Incredible.
I have to say, this is purely a fantasy wedding because these honeymoon destinations are awesome. You'll find out more about those in a few minutes. Also, we'll have a back-to-school fashion show for your teens. But before we get to that, let's swing over, get a check of the weather from Al Roker, who's down at the other end of the plaza.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Lauer and Ms. Brown. And we're here. We'll dance for airtime. You guys, do you have tap dance shoes on? Let's hear some. Well, that just kind of faded out there. Well, where are you guys from?
From California.
California, that's what you tapped all the way here. Now you're tired. Okay. Well, thanks for coming down. Oh, there's another member of the tap team right over there. All right, let's check your weather, see what's going on, and we'll show you for today. Severe storms in the plains, beautiful weather out west, 78 in Los Angeles, sunshine. Unfortunately, gully washers in the southwest. They'll be looking at wet weather. Severe storms, central plains, upper Mississippi Valley, sunshine along the eastern seaboard with warm conditions, and heat continues in the southwest and the western plains as well. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Thanks, Al. I'm Holly Strano. We're zoomed into Starr County right now. We have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 9 o'clock. Right now, right around Waynesburg, we're seeing some very heavy rains, and this will continue to move to the southeast at a pretty good clip, and we'll continue to track it for you. But again, a severe thunderstorm warning for Starr County until 9 o'clock. Let's go ahead and take a look at temperatures across the area. 60s and 70s. It's been a stormy start to the day, but gradual clearing. Some of you already seeing that. Highs around 80. Tonight, cool, 58.
Your latest weather. Now let's go back across the plaza to Campbell.
Al, thanks. And coming up next, Chris and Senny will get a look at their possible honeymoon choices. But first, this is Today on NBC. Your one sure way to get the lowest price on a new Honda, get it today at Sunnyside Honda. Our model year-end clearance sale only happens once a year, and it all ends September 1st. Hurry in today for the biggest savings of the year. 1.9% financing on Honda Civics, 2.9% on the all-new Accord, and the year's biggest savings on the best-in-class Odyssey and Honda CR-V. Don't miss the biggest sale of the year at Sunnyside Honda in Middleburg Heights and Sandusky.
Sunnyside, Sunny will save your money.
Value City Furniture gives you quality, selection, and savings during our half-off Labor Day weekend sale.
Choose from our great selection of 5-piece dinettes, all wood or metal and glass, only $1.99 each.
Save over one-half on a versatile 4-drawer chest in red, white, blue, or pine finish, only $29.
Or pick up a twin-size metal headboard in red, white, blue, or platinum for just $19.
Don't miss the half-off Labor Day weekend sale through Monday at Value City Furniture.
You just can't do any better.
As a wedding couple, you'll have learned to appreciate 3 things: convenience, well-prepared lifestyle consultants, and exceptional giftware and jewelry. Robert and Gabriel Jewelers Bridal Registry allows your guests to give gifts that best suit your decorating style. Gifts that will be appreciated long beyond your wedding day. Whether the date has even been set, Visit Robert and Gabriel Jewelers to experience our selection of engagement rings and sign up for our bridal registry.
From coast to coast, millions of people are taking it off with ephedra-free Zenadrin EFX.
In fact, they're thrilled to show off their bodies after losing so much weight with Zenadrin EFX.
Remember, these are real people just like you, and they're living proof of just how effective Zenadrin EFX can be, even without ephedra.
Isn't it time that you got noticed? Take it off with Zenadrin EFX, the guaranteed easiest and fastest way to take off the weight.
At GNC and health food stores everywhere.
Today Throws a Wedding is presented by Club Wed Gift Registry at Target. Shop, wrap, and send gifts at Target.com.
Come fly with me, let's fly away.
And this morning on Today Throws a Wedding, we're moving into the final preparations for next Wednesday's wedding of Chris and Senny, and we're going to be talking about the party favors you've chosen for them to give to their guests, and also we're going to look at some amazing potential honeymoon destinations. Before we get to all that, let's welcome back our wedding couple, Chris and Senny. Hey folks, how are you?
Hey, great.
1 week to go.
I know. We're nervous.
Are you really?
Anxious, excited.
Scale of 1 to 10, if 10 is just a total
I'm about
calamity.
at a 10.
Are you
I
really?
think I could get a little worse, so maybe I'm a 9.
And Chris?
I don't want to talk about it.
Are you really nervous?
Only when I think about it.
You're kind of a quiet guy, but you've been kind of out of the box in the last couple of weeks. You seem to be getting back into that quiet stage.
Yeah, well, yeah.
A little speechless, maybe?
Yeah, 1 more week.
What's left to do at home in terms of preparation? You're going to come back here, I guess, on Tuesday of next week for Wednesday's wedding. So what do you have to do between now and then?
Actually, we're going to fly in on Saturday to spend a couple days. So basically, we'll have 2 days just to pack, us and the kids.
All right. All details taken care of in terms of family and friends and making sure everyone gets here on time?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Tegan, Braxton?
They're excited.
Are
They're
they?
watching at
Just
school,
want to mention, these are your children, and they're going to actually walk you down the aisle.
Yeah.
So this is a really big deal for them.
Oh, yeah. They're very excited. And the whole school's going to watch the wedding on TV.
All right. I understand there was some partying again this week at home. You've had like 11 parties since this whole thing began. First of all, happy birthday. It was your birthday yesterday. So congratulations. And one of the ways you two celebrated was a regatta at your boat club. Tell me a little bit. What is a regatta for people who don't understand that?
Well, I belong to Point Place Boat Club, and what they have is they're regattas, but they're actually homecomings. It's kind of like a fundraiser and a celebration for the club for the year. It's a big party, bands, tent.
You combined that with Senny's birthday and kind of made it an overall celebration?
A little bit.
We sent a camera along. Let's take a look at how that all went.
Just don't want to marry me. Happy birthday, Seneca! I've got a special guest here tonight. You'll never hear me complain, 'cause I got friends in both places where that whiskey drowns in me, chases my blues away. So I got friends in both places.
Get out of
He
here.
wasn't quiet then, was he?
That was awesome.
I think I just found the second time most embarrassing moment of my life.
First time having to dance out here on the plaza?
How did you know that?
I don't know. It just struck me. Anyway, it looked like a nice time.
Oh, we had a great time.
Oh, that's great. Again, happy birthday. All right, let's review, because last week we talked about some party favors that you can give your guests coming to New York. And let's go over the choices, then we'll do the whole confession cam thing again, all right? Choice number 1 was a tackle box filled with some, I thought, great travel supplies. Choice number 2, bundles of sugar cookies, all personalized, as you can see. Choice number 3, binoculars with the names on them and a guidebook to New York City. And choice number 4, a boat bag and some New York City souvenirs. You were all so kind of nice and diplomatic about what we presented. Let's find out what you really thought as we take a look at Chris and Senny's confession can.
It was a very hard decision picking a favor. I never expected the favors to be that big. I would want number 1 because it has all the toiletries. I thought that was neat. And then you get to keep the tackle box and refill it.
I didn't have a favorite favor. That sounds kind of funny to say.
I thought the cookies were adorable and they were very good.
Binoculars were really cool. And the guidebook, that was really neat. It would be useful to someone new in New York. It took Senny and I about 3 weeks before we knew where we were going.
I liked number 4 because it just had so much stuff. It was like everything you'd ever buy.
That could take care of 1 day of vacationing in New York. Bam, done. Now we can go see the Statue of Liberty. I think if you could take the tackle box and put the binoculars in it, that'd be the perfect gift. And maybe one of the New York hats with it.
You're not allowed to combine the choices, Chris, all right? All right, 330,000 people went to our website and voted. 37% of them came up with a choice that we're going to give you a hint of right now, courtesy of Reggie Woods and his brass ensemble. Reggie, hit it. Reggie Woods, brass ensemble playing New York, New York. The guy with the trombone completely took out the hearing in my left ear, but that's okay. I guess you can tell by the song and the T-shirts. It's package number 4, the boat bag with the New York City souvenirs. How do you feel about this one?
We liked it. Actually, it was a really hard decision. It was. And we asked all our guests, too. I thought
I would imagine they have a vested interest in this.
I actually took a tally, and it was between 3 and 4 for them.
That's great. So. And a lot of them coming to New York for the first time, correct?
Yes.
A lot of them.
So that's nice.
I just wonder where we're going to put them all up when we get back to Toledo.
Yeah. Reggie, thank you very much. That was great. Now you know what the party favors are. When we come back, we're going to take a look at 4 amazing choices for honeymoon destinations. You ready for that?
Oh, ready.
Can't wait. We're back in a moment on a Wednesday morning. This is Today on NBC. Thank you, folks. That was great. Nice job. All right, we have to go inside.
Right now, you can take advantage of a limited-time opportunity to save 50% off the installation labor on Leaf Guard gutters. America's only seamless one-piece gutter system, guaranteed never to clog. They deflect leaves and debris 24/7, so when it rains, they work, which means they save you from cleaning out gutters, save your home and landscape from damage. And if you purchase now, they'll also save you 50% on installation labor. Call 1-888-GUTTERS for a free estimate and take advantage of a limited-time 50% savings on installation labor.
Leaf Guard. Summer passing you by? Get a faster car and a shorter lease. Pontiac announces Summer Drive 2 and the new 2004 Grand Prix GT. It has the largest V6 engine in its class. With a 24-month smart lease, GM owners or lessees now can lease a 2004 Grand Prix for around $229 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details. See your Northern Ohio Pontiac dealer today.
Value City Furniture gives you quality, selection, and savings during our half-off Labor Day weekend sale.
Save 1/2 on this slipcover style living room. Pay just $6.99 for the sofa and matching love seat.
Or save 1/2 on this elegant 2-piece living room featuring flared arms and solid wood trim. Get the sofa and love seat for only $6.99.
Buy now with no money down, no interest, and no payments for 6 months.
Don't miss the half-off Labor Day weekend sale through Monday at Value City Furniture.
You just can't do any better.
You can't help but be a little bit nervous when your daughter's out there on the highway.
My best friend Jessica and I are taking a trip to visit 3 colleges.
All you can really do is make sure the car is in good shape and then have confidence in the daughter that you've raised.
Before we left on our trip, my dad and I took the car to Walmart for new tires and stuff.
She's got new Goodyear tires and a new EverStart battery, so her mom and I feel pretty good about it.
It's my first time to be on a trip without my parents, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's her first time to be on a trip without us, and it's no fun at all.
It's so perfect for a flying honeymoon.
And we're back with our Today Show wedding couple. Senny and Chris will be getting married a week from today outside on the plaza in traditional style. Right after their wedding reception, we're sending them off on a dream honeymoon. So here to take us through the honeymoon destinations is today's travel editor, Peter Greenberg. Hey, Peter, nice to see you.
Good morning, Matt.
And how do you feel about, I mean, has it been a grueling summer? Do you need some time away? Chris and Senny, you looking forward to this little trip?
We definitely could use it.
We probably can use it. It hasn't been grueling. It's been a great summer, but very busy, so we will definitely enjoy some
very
downtime.
busy. Let's remind people, you've come to New York every week, flown from the Midwest to get here, so that's taken a lot of time. And there's been a little stress in just the whole process, I would imagine, as well. How much traveling have you two done together?
Prior to this?
Yeah.
I think...
Just locally.
Locally.
Yeah.
So you've never been on a big trip together?
Not much more than a couple hours away from the house, actually.
Which I guess is kind of a good thing and a bad thing. One, this is going to be your first big trip together. Two, you really don't know what each other is like on a big trip. You know, he could be the kind who wants to sit on his butt all day, and you can go, let's go sightsee.
Yeah.
What do you like to do on a holiday, Senny?
I like to relax on the beach, lay out in the sun. I like to do things too, though. I
Chris,
like to go
what do you like?
I'm trying to remember the last time I had a vacation, to be honest with you.
It's been a while. It's been
a while.
Great. All right, we're going to talk about some honeymoon destinations, as I said before. We've been doing this 4 years. I think this is the best grouping of destinations that we've ever had. Peter Greenberg is going to take us through the selections. Let's start with number 1.
Well, before we even get to number 1, I have to tell you that we've been working for the last 2 years with Virtuoso. These are travel agents I like to call magicians because they specialize in very high-end, very state-of-the-art, but very personalized itineraries that are not just destination-driven, Matt, but they're experience-driven. And we want to thank them because we started with 30 potential honeymoon destinations. We've narrowed them down now to 4. So let's go to number 1 here. And our number 1 choice of the 4, but remember we have 4 choices.
We're not ranking them.
No, we're not ranking them. But first on the list is a romantic getaway in a very tropical location called Fiji. Senny and Chris will spend the first night of their honeymoon in Los Angeles at Shutters on the Beach, where they will enjoy sweeping views of the ocean from the presidential suite. From there, they'll fly Air New Zealand to their remote destination in the South Pacific, Turtle Island. Turtle Island was also the location for the movie The Blue Lagoon. Senny and Chris will spend 9 nights in one of Turtle Island's private beachfront cottages. The newlyweds can spend days strolling the beaches, enjoying the turquoise waters, sailing, kayaking, or snorkeling.
I don't see any tears. No pouting. Okay, so that would be a potential okay with you?
Definitely.
Okay, now for our second honeymoon choice, the folks at Virtuoso are going to have you leave the sandy beaches for the spectacular Canadian Rocky Mountains. Senny and Chris will fly American Airlines from New York to Chicago, overnighting in a suite at the Peninsula Hotel, where they can enjoy all of the amenities of the Peninsula Spa. From there, they'll head to the Canadian Rockies to experience some of the most incredible mountain views from 2 majestic resorts. Senny and Chris will be surrounded by the great outdoors while they're pampered at the Fairmont Banff Springs and the Fairmont Chateau Lake Louise. Adventure awaits right outside their door. The newlyweds can enjoy the breathtaking vistas while canoeing, mountain biking, fly fishing, horseback riding, or golfing. And of course, they can always just relax and take in the magnificent views of the Canadian Rockies.
I'm not even going to get a reaction from you two on this one. Let's just move on to number 3.
Our third honeymoon destination from Virtuoso is an exotic adventure, and we're not kidding, an African safari and a trip to the Seychelles Islands. Senny and Chris will fly South African Airways from New York to Johannesburg, where they will begin their honeymoon at the historic West Cliff Hotel. From there, they'll visit the Ulasaba Private Game Reserve to experience their own personal African safari. For 3 days and nights, they can enjoy superb game viewing or relax by the pool at their treetop bungalow, while elephants, lions, and zebras amble below. After their safari adventure, it's time for the sandy beaches in the Seychelles Islands at Frigate Island. Sunny and Chris will spend 5 nights in this unspoiled tropical location, where they will have their own private villa, gourmet meals, not to mention the Indian Ocean.
Keep going, Mr. Greenberg. You're on a roll.
Okay. Now, our 4th honeymoon couple will be cruising right along after their reception aboard the Bateau New York, because this one is a tour of Europe by both land and sea. Senny and Chris will fly Lufthansa Airlines from New York to the south of France before they set sail on Silver Sea cruises. Their suite on board includes their own private veranda. And on land, they'll tour the most desirable ports along the Spanish Riviera with Travcoa, the luxury tour company. The last 4 nights of their honeymoon will be spent in the City of Light at the Four Seasons Georges V Hotel. Located in the heart of Paris's most fashionable quarter, they will be close to all the sights, from the Louvre to the Arc de Triomphe to the Eiffel Tower.
Well, I have to tell you, I think the 3 of you are going to have such a great time on any of those trips.
Yeah.
You didn't know that
It's
Peter
a surprise.
comes, right?
Yeah. I go with the deal. Yeah.
Those are, hey, give it up for Peter Greenberg. Those are good. Those are great.
And for Virtuoso, did a great
right.
job.
All right, so we've got 4 great choices. And we're going to give people a chance to go to our website and vote on those for the next week or so. What should people, ordinary couples, again, this is a fantasy honeymoon.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't have this kind of budget. What should people remember when they go to book their honeymoon before their wedding?
The most important thing is that people really don't change their lifestyle when they change their location. So work on the experience. A lot of people say, I want to go somewhere where nobody's going to disturb me, and nobody disturbs you, and you last about an hour. So you want to do a great combination of activity and experience.
All right, and when you hear the word honeymoon package,
get that mutual definition of terms down, because it may not be what you want.
All right, Peter, thank you very much, and thanks to the folks at Virtuoso Travel. As we mentioned, yesterday was Senny's birthday, and we would like to celebrate.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Senny. Happy birthday to you. We'll be singing at the wedding too.
As Senny blows out the candles, which you should do right now on cue, let's review the honeymoon destinations. Once again, the choices for honeymoon destinations: number 1, Fiji; number 2, the Canadian Rockies; honeymoon number 3, a safari in Africa, followed by a trip to the Seychelles Islands. I didn't want to. And honeymoon number 4, a tour of Europe by land and sea. You have until next Tuesday to go to our website at today.msnbc.com and register your choice. And of course, next Wednesday, right here on Today, Chris and Senny are back, wearing slightly different outfits and ready to tie the knot on our plaza. So have a great, happy birthday. And have a great week.
I noticed that.
You don't like cake, right?
No, I'm not a big cake fan.
More for us.
We do it all for you. Have a great week, folks, all right? And we can't wait to see you next week. And we're back in a moment. This is Today on NBC.
I just want a t-shirt.
The secret ingredient in our milkshakes? Ironically, milk. Now we have new peach, coffee mocha, and banana. Get one for $1.99 with any platter purchase. Can't decide between them? Draw straws.
Steak and Shake. We have 3 new milkshakes.
There's never been a better time to buy a new Dodge car, truck, or van at the Spitzer Dodge Superstores on West 130th and Brook Park and 6060 Mayfield Road. Spitzer Dodge is drastically reducing inventory on all remaining 2003s. Buy a new vehicle and get up to $10,000 off sticker price, or we'll double the factory rebates on any Dodge car, truck, or minivan. Or we'll give you a $4,000 minimum trade-in for your vehicle, or we'll give you 0% financing for 60 months. And you pay nothing until 2004. So head to the Spitzer Dodge Superstores and let us put a Dodge in your garage today.
Cuando empecé a encontrar a la doctora Meller, yo no le entendía a ella el inglés, ni ella me entendía lo que yo le preguntaba a ella. Después la doctora Meller fue a Guatemala a aprender español, para que yo me sintiera en confianza con ella. Yo me siento como que fuera parte de la familia de ella. Lo que ella tiene en el corazón es amor para todos.
So after the segment, I said to Senny, I turned Chris away. I said, tell me what your choice is. She held up a certain number of fingers. I said, Chris, tell me what your choice is. Completely different choice. Our first bit of trouble in paradise here on the Today Show. We're back with much more on a Wednesday morning right after these messages.
Chris and Senny's guests will always remember their special day with the favors you chose. But before they say I do, there's one small detail, the honeymoon. Where will you send them? Vote for your favorite destination. Log on by Tuesday at noon. Presented by Club Wed at Target.
Saturday on Race to the Altar, in the middle of the competition, you're invited to one amazing moment.
I love you.
Race to the Altar, NBC Saturday, 9/8 Central.
What's the 411 for Friday? Mary J. Blige, live on our Toyota Concert Series. Only on today on NBC.
And now, live from WKYC's Digital Broadcast Center, this is Channel 3 News.
Good morning, everyone. I'm John Anderson. It is 8:55. We'll know today if high school students will have school tomorrow. The Cleveland District is recovering from a computer virus which has disrupted scheduling. We should have that answer today on Channel 3 News at 6. Now, Cleveland middle school students are riding public buses this year instead of school buses, so a lot of parents have questions about the changes. RTA has set up a hotline just to help out. The number right there on your screen, 216-621-9500, or there's a link at our website, WKYC.com. And the American Red Cross could really use your help. The blood supply is dangerously low heading into the long holiday weekend. If you'd like to help, you can schedule an appointment by calling the Red Cross or through our website at WKYC.com. Let's take a quick look at traffic cameras this morning, and there is the backup there on the Valley View Bridge. Slow going there for the traffic. And Holly, what do we got lined up for rain today?
Well, you know, we're starting to see some sunshine in some places, but we still do have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. Wow, Metro Health Curve really backed up, and so are parts of 77 and 480. All right, we're zoomed in here on Next Red Radar. Stark County under a severe thunderstorm warning until 9, so that's about to expire in just a few minutes. Also, Carroll County now under a severe thunderstorm warning until 9:30, and you can see we have these just little pockets of storms just kind of firing up. So we're going to watch it for you. Temperatures across the area are in the 60s and 70s. After the storms, some clearing.
This fall, we invite you to a brand new experience with 2 new shows. A first-rate talk show, quality news, fresh entertainment, and an outstanding prime time. This fall, experience a brand new season right here on Channel 3. Family Feud, weekdays at 11 on Channel 3.
In the 100 years since man's first powered flight, Cleveland has had a rich aviation history, beginning with the National Air Races in 1929. This Labor Day weekend, relive Cleveland's air racing history with an unlimited air racing demonstration and see World War II warbirds with incredible pyrotechnics. And don't miss an awesome display of our American military air power, including the Stealth Fighter and the U.S. Navy Blue Angels. Celebrate 100 years of powered flight at the Cleveland National Air Show, our Labor Day tradition, presented by Discount Drug Mart.
Hey, Willard Scott for Gutter Helmet. Is this a familiar sight at your home? Did you know that clogged gutters can cause roof damage, rotten walls, soaked basements, even flooded landscaping? Well, it can. Say goodbye to those maintenance nightmares with Gutter Helmet. Only Gutter Helmet prevents the hassles, dangers, and damage caused by clogged gutters. Never clean your gutters again.
Call J.D. Terza and Associates right now. Receive 20% off the installation of 50 feet or more. Prior sales do not apply. Call 1-800-329-1258.
A healthy smile. It's easy to get. With braces, it's never too late. At Ohio Orthodontic Specialists, our orthodontists make getting braces easy. With no down payment and low monthly payments. Just call 1-800-4BRACES today.
Announcing the Lincoln Mercury Anniversary Clearance with end-of-the-model year savings on the under 33 grand Lincoln Town Car, the best town car ever. The first car in its class to receive 5 stars in all 5 safety categories and rated most appealing luxury car in its segment by J.D. Power. Drive Town Car now for around $32,537 after $6,000 cash back. Plus, AARP members save even more with $500 in bonus cash. Hurry to your Lincoln Mercury dealer now.
We're all pretty excited.
September 15th is right around the corner. My training as an actress has come in very handy.
You talking to me? I could have been a contender.
Allie and Jack coming this fall to Channel 3.
We're back on a Wednesday morning. It's the 27th day of August, 2003. Some people gathered outside our studio windows here in the heart of Midtown Manhattan on a really pretty morning here in the Northeast. And in just a while, these people could witness a little bit of history right here on the Today Show. That's because those two people right there